I was 22, 23 when I started business, and nobody teaches you how to run a business. Like, you don't learn about it in school. I didn't come from a family that runs businesses, so I kind of just went into it really blind, and I had to learn really quickly basically how to run a business. So learning the financials, like what even is a profit and loss.
Yeah.
I didn't learn that until about 3 years in, so that was interesting. But yeah, running the financials and then also growing a team. I think that's probably one of the biggest ones is, you know, I had no previous leadership or team management skills whatsoever. And learning to do that in my own way was probably one of the biggest hurdles, because you get advice from people.
Yeah, well, do you have any like advice on people who might be starting to grow their team for the first time?
Yeah, I would just say probably like really sit with yourself and think about what kind of leader you want to be and what would make you proud of yourself in that leadership position. Because I think it's really easy to get sucked into that belief of, you know, being like a boss and a leader. You have to be like that hard up woman who's not super friendly and warm with their staff, or, you know, there's like a really strong line in the sand. And I just haven't personally found that to be my experience. Like we're a team of 8 women, and I've employed people who I genuinely like. If I'm going to spend like this much time with you, I want to get along with you, and I want to be able to sit down and have a drink on a Friday after work and, you know, like be involved in each other's lives, not just, you know, work together 8 hours a day. So that was kind of my decision of like, yeah, I do want to have that close relationship with my team. I do need boundaries. So kind of, you know, setting out those and deciding what they are and how they look and just being really intentional about it.
I love that. That's like this thread for today, isn't it? Is like actually sitting down and asking yourself questions and figuring out what the path looks like for you.
Yeah, I think it's so important to just stop and think about things before you kind of, you know, rush in. And I mean, I'm not saying that I did do that. I did rush in, and then I found myself in a position where I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, like, this sucks. What happened? I'm the boss. How did I get here?
Okay, I have to take 5 and just take a minute and rehash. Yeah.
I know, but it's like that, right? And I think even if you know that, you still have moments where you do it again. You know, like there'll be something where in 6 months I'll be like, oh my God, how did this happen? Okay, now take a step back, figure out what we got this to look like and fix it.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. There'll be many, many, many mistakes. And I think that's a good thing though. You know, it's like, if you're not making any mistakes, are you really trying that hard? Like, you know what I mean? You need to make mistakes to learn the lessons that you need to learn. And no one can give you all of the answers. Nobody, like no matter what. So yeah, you just kind of have to be comfortable with making mistakes and learning.
Yeah. I love that because you're so right for starters. But it is interesting. I was having a conversation with another woman in business, and we were like, you know, if you don't have problems, you're probably not trying to actually accomplish anything very interesting. You know, people think problems are bad, challenges are bad, mistakes are bad, but they're not. Like, they're all just that kind of thing you have to go through to figure out what you want out of your business, what you want out of your team, what you want out of your life. You know, nobody gets it right on the first try.
Exactly. And I think it's just, you know, like knowing that it is going to be uncomfortable. Like it's not going to be comfortable. There's going to be uncomfortable moments when you do make mistakes and you do realize things maybe aren't panning out the way that you thought they would. And that's okay. Like, we all go through that. I don't know one business owner who, you know, hasn't gone through those types of challenges.